Huh? Yeah. I heard commentating with Dick. Oh, that's pretty funny. Who wants to commentate with Dick? Yeah, we're updating the score. Calm down. I was taking care of it. Don't you worry. Okay, so we're at Grand Finals now.
Oh,
We
wow.
got Pikmon versus Apples. So this is going to be Game & Watch versus
Wario.
basically the whole way through. So these are actually two really similar characters. The main reason that really sets them apart is like Game & Watch, just everything he does hits so hard and combos really, really well. Whereas Wario, I mean, actually everything Wario does, getting an early downer from way behind. Everything that Wario does hit pretty hard too, but like, I don't know. I'd have to say the power definitely goes to Game & Watch. Oh man, that down air, getting a little too greedy with it after getting that first kill.
Yep.
But then Wario's definitely got like the control in terms of control of his character and the movement kind of thing. So it creates a very interesting neutral game. Yeah.
He has such a cool tech chase too. Tech chase game.
Yeah, it's true. Like Wario's got one of the best tech chases, and it's like really funny to watch. Like in that last game, Apple's got chain grabbed like 3 times, and he was like, what is this? And then it's like, are you serious? Like Wario just chain grabs everyone. Like that's one of his big things, is that he's got a chain grab on like every character. I don't want to hear you complain about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like he's taken kind of an earlier lead, at least stock-wise. Looks like he's kind of like one clean hit from getting out of there, too.
Yeah.
Like an upbeat
Especially
combo.
from Game & Watch.
Yeah.
I mean, any amount of percent that Wario can kind of get on is always going to, of course, is super good for him.
Yeah. And this is how Apples will start playing if he knows the stock's not really going to go anywhere, as he starts tossing out the forward Bs a whole lot. Wario can't chain grab any one of those spaces. He can chain grab Bowser. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, he can put players on the ground, characters on the ground, and just keep chain grabbing them off the tech chase. Like, I mean, I don't know. I consider chain grabbing a little bit different. If you just put them in another situation where, like...
Where they can get grabbed.
Yeah, it's just like, well, how is that not really a chain grab? If you hit them with anything else, I feel like at least you kind of give them a way out or something like that, unless you jab reset them into the grab again, and then it's like, call that chain grab. But yeah.
Chain grab is pretty much being able to grab somebody while they're still in hit stun.
Yeah. For the most part, from another grab,
Yeah,
but yeah, Wario, definitely he's got a humongous grab game. Do you have 1-frame wake-up options? Yeah, I should focus on my 1-frame options, whereas you get 20 frames to pick any sort of punish move. Yeah, that seems fine.
And he's got a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And he can get wherever he needs to get.
He can choose anything, or I gotta, yeah, all right, cool. What do I have? Not that?
Ooh, the
cool.
fart's gonna do it.
Yeah, pump it
Get
straight
that
up.
raft.
He's gonna get him in that first game.
Big boy Wario.
The big muscles.
The killer. Kill him with the garlic breath.
Yeah, Chevy, but Chevy, I'm playing Bowser. Like, you know, like what just happened there? Pikmon just drop off? Pikmon just fell.
Yeah.
He just tossed the stock. But I'm saying it's not a bad situation. It's absolutely a bad situation. Anytime Bowser gets grabbed, it's a bad situation. I'm gonna take tons of percentages. It's like everything you're saying totally makes sense based on any other character who is not absolute like garbage in this sense. Like a regular get up, I get grabbed. A roll, I get grabbed. The only way that I can really break it is by,
he's
like
killing it.
using the buffer spot dodge. It's the only way I've figured out how to get out of chain grabs other than just keep taking hits. Bowser sucks, but don't embellish it. It's true. Well, I'm saying like my struggle. So like your character doesn't struggle with that, so you're saying it's not a problem, whereas my character does. So it's just kind of like different opinions, perspectives based on how the characters that we play. So. Read dummy. They timed up the stocks here, which is pretty good considering Pikmon just dropped off on the first hit.
He's going in on him. Yeah, he's playing way more aggressively now. Before it seemed like he was kind of defensive, playing
Pikmon defensive.
Yeah, Pikmon was a little defensive, and now he's staying close. He's working on just trying to get close and stay close.
Especially in this stage where he doesn't have like platforms that he can run to. Really, this is much more face spout stuff.
Yeah.
With these big combos, missing out on something there.
Yeah.
With the up B. Chevy, you say it's not about mains, but like, if I'm playing a specific character that can't do this one thing, if we're talking about shield options and someone's playing melee Yoshi, you know, it's like what you say to him is not gonna mean the same thing. So, I mean, it's character to character, and like when we make these big generalizations over this is good and this is bad, it's like, if it's good and bad for every character, yeah, we can make that generalization, but if it's not, then like recognize where it's not. So,
Yep.
That's nice, that's nice. Get him with that back air. Okay, so that's two games for Apples.
2 on Apples.
Yeah, I gotta update that.
One more and he resets the bracket, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
This is grand.
Mm-hmm. It's a grand finals.
Yep.
Okay, so they went back down to this guy. I'm not sure if this was the best move for Pikmon, but I do have a very unique option with the up B. The problem with the up B is that it's like hyper committal, and it also is dependent on the fact that I'm not getting grabbed or check chased or hit before I even get the opportunity to use up B, because I have so many open frames.
For who?
Oh, I'm still talking to Chevy about like the whole teching situation.
On Bowser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Bowser is like, there's so much you can say, and yeah, there are options out in a general sense, but if you really break it down and like what the opponent can do to you, I'm always in the situation where I'm like, yeah, you dropped the check chase. Yeah. That's what happened. Like, it's.
Well, some people have better get up like frames.
Yeah.
And they can just deal with, they can get out of things. Like Olimar has a terrible like roll off of like tech roll.
Yeah.
And roll just in general. And so it's kind of like, yeah, some people like Sheik has, his is just amazing. But yeah, it doesn't, it's not all the same for everybody.
It is hyper committal, Chevy, because I'm committing to an attack option that lasts for like, what, 60 frames? And if I tap you with not the beginning of it, I'm easily punishable. Like, even if I hit you, doesn't matter. Like, you would have to mess up your DI and all that good stuff in order to miss out on that kind of opportunity. So, like, as much as this is my weakness and I am falling short, I'm also like, yeah, but then the opponent has to fall short literally as far as I do in order for that, like, to make sense. So, it's like, yeah, I could get up and I have get up options, but it's like all of them are literally so bad because of the character and because of what's going on, is that like it's kind of a formality is the way that I put it. It's like, people don't get grabbed while you're Bowser. I'm like, that is a formality. I'm sorry. There's no way that you can really play and not get grabbed. Yeah. It's not multi-hit. It's only multi-hit in melee. It hits twice in melee on the ground. It's only multi-hit in the air.
Which attack is this?
This Bowser's up B from the ground.
Oh.
Or, yeah, I can up B and then go to ledge, but that's also dependent on the fact that, like, the up B is as consistent as other people find it. I find it incredibly finicky. You just salty, dog. We're going to lab this out in Northwestern Majors. Dude, I've labbed it out 100 times with Apples. I know that the only reason I get away with stuff is that he's patient and he drops his tech chases. In the same way that I know, like, most people that get away from my tech chases is because of it's my mistake. So.
Oh, that's got it. Oh,
almost.
So close.
I was gonna say, like, I would agree with you, but Wario's a little heavy, just heavy enough to get out of that. And
they're each like
just
one decent hit away.
And that could have been it right there too. Yeah, ooh, that forward throw. Oh, almost much too. What do I mean finicky? I mean, like, there are so many times. Yeah, so many times where I'll like try and move to the ledge, and then it
oh my goodness.
Super close. We'll talk about this in a second, Chevy. Oh, man. He's got to get in there. He's got to. Ooh, that down air is going to. Oh, wow.
So close. Man,
you keep going to the bubble,
ledge guard.
and then the ledge grabbing is going to do it. My goodness. And, yeah, grabbing ledge, like, as easy as they made certain things, it's still like, if I mess up my input on that, I lose a stock. So, for the most part, I don't want to go to ledge. If I hit someone and they're in shield and they pop onto the ledge, I die because they know that ledge option. Getting onto the ledge isn't always good either, because then I have to contest for stage control. So, like, while there are options, and, like, you're right in the sense that I am a little salty about it, which is true. I mean, like, it's true. I mean, there are tons of other players who are just like, oh, man, Fox gets janked on this kind of thing, and I'm like, fuck you play Fox. I don't want to hear anything about this. Like, it's your character. You know what you're getting yourself into. But like, a lot of it is also like knowing the extent of what my character can do and what I can do on top of that too. I'd love to be perfect. Oh man, that 9 is going to get so early. And like 200% Ledge is the best play for me for the most part. But like,
Double
oh my
nines.
gosh,
It didn't-
Peter,
it was-
stop
yeah,
it! Like,
jeez.
I hate this. For the most part, yes, I'd say he has some of his fastest options there. Over 100, yeah, it's absolutely awful. But even though it's really good, and like with lots of experience, I recognize that it's really good, it's still really hard for me to take stage. Like, it's really hard to explain beyond of like everyone can kind of outspace Bowser when he has to approach, and when I'm on ledge, I have to approach you. Like, there's no way around it. So I have to be crafty with how I approach and like use the ledge intangibility, and like I have to do that. And if I'm not doing that, or if you know that I'm going to do that, it's real hard for me to get back from that ledge. I can hold ledge just fine, and I can do tons of stuff from ledge, but yeah. That down tilt, take him off the top. High percentage. Peter's taking a very early lead here in game 4.
Reduce that shield and then got him popped up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
17 actionable frames though. Yeah, dude. No, I know. I mean, it would be like this conversation would be along the same lines of like when you complain about Mewtwo's up throw, where it's just kind of like, yeah, you can play around it. Yeah, all this and all this bullshit, but it's also like the up throw is kind of like this ultimatum that, yeah, you're going to die at this certain point. And it's really, really, really hard to avoid it. And like that could totally help your character out a whole bunch, but yeah, it kind of comes down back onto you, having to do that kind of stuff. So I mean, all these mechanics in the game. It's like what I was saying. Ooh, nice forward B, catching him right at the ledge. It's like I was saying, like our standards for Smash are so high these days because everyone has gotten so good, or we have so many people who are so good now. It's hard to like see the people who are not quite at that cusp or not quite at that level. And I think we're all great and like some really impressive players here. And I'm not saying we're the best in the world. I'm not saying we're the best. I'm just saying that we're good and we don't give ourselves enough credit like between each other. Like, Chief is always saying he sucks. He don't suck. He's doing just fine.
Yeah.
And like, Chevy, you don't suck. Chevy, you're awesome. Like, you're half the reason why I'm like, Samus is one of the most fun characters to watch ever. And you're a great example of that, is that there's so much to do and yada yada and all this good stuff. But you ain't the best Samus player in the world. No offense, Chevy. You real good, but you ain't the best. And it's like, should I say that he sucks because he's not the best, or because I know people who are the best, because like this is a really accessible community, or should I like give props where props should be given? It's like, you're a good Olimar. Doesn't matter if I beat you or not. It's still like, no, you're a good Olimar. I recognize that. You know how to play your character. Like,
Yep.
yeah. So it's
There's
like
different levels, and just working with what you got is a big thing.
Yeah, being okay with what you got too. Like,
yeah.
I know I'm gonna get better, and I know I'm not at my best right now. But like, I'm not gonna talk myself down and say like I'm a bad player or anything like that. I don't think I'm that great, but like, I've proven otherwise time and time again.
Yeah, I mean you've got
an
incredible Bowser.
Areas. Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know about any other Bowsers that you can play.
There's Odds, American Bowser, Calm Animal. There are some really good Bowsers out there that I'd love to sit down with and just talk about Bowser with, especially Odds. Odds in particular. If anyone knows Odds somehow on the stream, like, huge shout out to that guy. If you want to see a really good Bowser, check him out. That DAC is up smash. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, Chevy, is like our standards are high because our ceiling is so high because we understand the game so well, and there's all this concept for like the highest level wow, he's taking him all the way off stage again, and he's gonna get. Oh, he should have been patient.
He got back with the stage fight.
Should have been patient. Oh my God, he would have had him. But yeah, just because we can like conceive a better way to play the game and conceive this higher end tech, it's like that only like imagination is only gonna go as far as the people who like make it reality. So like all of our talk about power shielding everything, yeah, like we all suck because we're not power shielding, but it's like, well, no one does that. Well, like, even if one person did that, it's like, well, I'm not that one person. So, it's take pride in how good you are now. Ooh, that was really cool, chasing him all the way up. Even Apples is like, he knows the two are on the same wavelength. He's like, yeah. Even though he missed, he's still like, yeah, because he went out there after him. That's good. Yeah, it's still like, take pride in how good you are. But, ooh, good read. Yeah. Good catching him on that. And
really
Apples pulls
read.
back.
Jeez.
Yeah, Apples pulls back all like, ah, damn it. But yeah, it's like, it's also like, know the crowd you're around too. I would never say that like you know, I'm good, or like talk about how great I am in general to like someone that I know is way better than me. I would just say like, yeah, I'm not a bad player, you know. That's how I talk to casuals as well. As I'm like, yeah, I'm not that, definitely not bad. I'm definitely not like the best in the world yet, but like.
I tell people that I'm good. I'm good at the game, but I'm not like.
There are people
I'm
who
not
are
the
so
best.
much better.
Yeah.
There are people who just like, oh, that 9!
9.
Holy crap! Peter is in a prime position, and then he just got a 7, so he just like,
He's
oh my god, he
ready
took a stock
to
and then
get another
dropped 10% right there. Oh, and then that combo was crispy. He's already up to the same percent. Peter, you doing
Oh, with the
good. Apples, what happened?
low up
All
B.
right. Peter's taking this game. Peter took that set. Peter takes grands. And that is
it.
Yeah, ESS for the time being, but we'll be doing a doubles tourney here.
Oh yeah. I'm
gonna keep
teaming
talking
up
to you,
with Zygo.
Oh, good. Double Olimar.
Double Olamar's.
Oh, God.